My engine sang into the salty sky. I didn't know if I would live or die. I bombed Korea every night. I bombed Korea every night. I bombed Korea every night. Red flowers bursting down below us. Those people didn't even know us. We didn't know if we would live or die. We didn't know if it was wrong or right. I bombed Korea every night. And so I sit here at this bar. I'm not a hero, not a movie star. I've got my beer, I've got my stories to tell. But they won't tell you what it's like in hell. Red flowers bursting down below us. Those people didn't even know us. We didn't know if we would live or die. We didn't know if it was wrong or right. We didn't know if we would live or die. I bombed Korea every night. Hey, this is Gravity Groove for Not Safe for Work Runeterra. And because we are still in the process of unlocking all of our regions to 8, so we have some champions to work with, we don't have a ton of different constructed decks built that are very interesting. The next one I want to work on is a Sea Creatures build. So I'm trying to unlock Bilgewater. We've already done Shadow Isle. So we have one Nautilus and one of the Tree Dude, and we're probably just going to buy another Nautilus and Tree Dude and see if we can fill in a Sea Critters deck. Once we get to 8, maybe we get lucky and get one of the champions we need. But until then, we're doing some Expedition content here. And we have done our 3 for the week. We had a 7-0, 6-0, which was fun. We had a 5-0, or a 5-2 that we just posted, that we did not beat on our second trial. And then we had one where I went 0-2, 1-2, which was real terrible. Just bad decks, bad draws, bad everything. So you are capable of getting your ass randomed out just like any other game. I do think that this dude is less good in this format. Cards he come with are pretty good though. I think Senge is one of the better ones. I haven't really gone too far with Senge in terms of what your build arounds are. Let's try Senge. You played 15 different cards. That's an interesting endgame win condition. Whenever you cast the spell, create a fleeting turret. I don't really know how to rate these dudes. Alright, let's consult the Book of Armaments. Darius is considered fairly good. Gangplank is considered very good, and apparently has some synergy with Senjuin, because you're just trying to damage the Nexus to get that freeze effect. I guess that answers that question, huh? Two nice direct damage spells here. Interesting. Abyssal Eye, very good. Slippery Way Rider, just okay. You probably just take the 2 removal spells, right? If you have a Yeti, summon an Enraged Yeti. Otherwise, create it on top of your deck. Those both seem bad. Harsh Winds is pretty okay. Do we want Yeti or do we want Citrus Courier? Yeti or Citrus Courier? What say you, internets? You say we need the oranges. Oranges it is. We need some 2s and 3s here. I don't like that this is slow. We can either take Raiding Party or the Monkey Idol here. Monkey Idol or Shared Spoils. Both kind of medium. Especially because the problem with Monkey Idol is if they have any kind of challenger effects, which they probably will, Monkey Idol is just really bad. It's at its best when they can't interact with it, but you prioritize interaction in this format more than anything else, I think. Eager Apprentice and Gotcha aren't bad. Spirit Walker and Wolf Rider also aren't bad. I think we need more units at the moment. Double Trouble. Well, I mean, it's a 3. This is a tough one. Sure, let's shore up the early game a little more. Static Shock, pretty good. Abyssal Eye, though. We don't have a lot of card advantage in the deck as it stands, so I think I really want that. This seems pretty decent here. Gives us an early blocker, gives us a little more removal. I don't feel like we have a lot of very powerful effects or cards right now. Our curve looks reasonable, although our 3-drop slot is kind of garbage. Patrol Wardens is a decent body. Make It Rain's probably more valuable. It's decent. Sort of a removal spell. Oh, Mystic Shot is pretty great. Alright, not feeling super confident about this pile, but we do have 2 very powerful champions, at least, so maybe we'll cheese out a few victories that way. We didn't really get a lot of the things you would want to synergize with those champions. Like not a single parlay, which would have been great. Cool. It's lucky.
I never miss. In range. Ha!
Also lucky.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey! Fight or die!
They'll never see us coming. Finger on the trigger.
Making the dead deader.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
See if we get lucky.
Keep running, Kate.
Yeah. Not quite. Jeez. Pardon me. Apparently we're having a
What
fun
do you
day.
see, boy?
Fuck. Ugh.
Peace.
Ready, boy?
We'll just take 4 here.
Smell something.
Now, because we drew this, we're just gonna attack right off the bat.
Nothing standing.
Captain's orders.
If we didn't draw that, we were gonna play this first, but now we have something else we can do with the perpetrator.
I fight for the fallen!
Annoying.
Storm approaches.
If he goes straight to attacks, he certainly has a trick. In which case, it might just be better off for us to chump.
Let us settle this with grace and civility.
Yeah, that sucks.
Carved from the savage cold. conquest.
Why? Did that sound right?
I've got us covered.
How dare you?
Two allies.
No doubt you've heard of me.
Okay.
Hold back the darkness!
Huh. So he's dead then, right? Oh no, the life gain. If I deal 3 to him first, is he dead because this strikes before that? Let's find out. I'm curious. And we're in free mode anyway, so let's find out. Order matters.
We
Order
survived.
matters. Well, I mean, these are definitely the better cards, right? It's kind of annoying that we have a bunch of Get Exciteds, but like nothing to discard for profit. It's actually a pretty medium spell. See if we get lucky with him.
Let's get him, crew.
We playing bilge rules, son?
You bastard. You bastard. Bit of an awkward curve here, huh?
What's this?
I'm on it.
Would have been a nice card to get.
Excuse me?
Might just
Something
be
the matter.
using Make It Rain just to be mana efficient if they play some creatures. I hope they play some creatures.
Found one!
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it.
don't want to cross me. Safety will cost you.
I got nothing out of mine. Their deck quality is much higher than our deck quality. Yeah.
You know the value of coin.
I've got us covered.
At the very least, it'll let us get a big Spirit Walker down. Or Storm Claw, as it were. Okay. I suppose warning shots are a good thing to discard with excited.
Oh no.
South Marines, ahoy!
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
If we could get a Gangplank, this Make It Rain would be really good. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
I'll make
Man, he's taking like friggin'
At the
5,
top of the
6
bounty
cards
board
from our deck.
himself.
Officer J.S. Hawklaw, Unit 6.
Decent. Yeah.
I'll take my time.
Not deep yet. Do we just swing here? Or do we go alpha? We just swing here.
Break their legs.
Captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
What's the
We
rush,
got
huh?
overwhelmed, they've got bad blocks.
Take it up with my friends. Get yours, boys.
Never lost a fair game.
Damn it.
Played one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm a people person.
Missed. South Marines to the rescue!
Shelly, we're playing a different game.
It's real big. Do we just play this big boy? Or do we try to get him with Frostbite? If they pass, if we don't make a play and they pass, we're kind of boned.
You dare slack on my...
You own what you take.
Maybe we're using this shot just to see if we maybe get a lucky Nexus hit.
Looks like trouble.
Enough stalling!
I think we missed him.
I am reborn of salt and brine!
Only the strong survive!
Stubbies!
So unfortunately, we don't have any enablers at the moment. We don't have any enablers at the moment. We have 12 mana, so we can just swing and frostbite the big boy. Oh. Alright. I think we've got triggers for our dudes.
We
do not.
survive!
So our deck is bad. Got another unlock on Build Water. Cool. Belford good. Oh no, Hunter. Yeesh, these are all cards that are kind of upgrades, huh? But Hunter's is such a good one. Gonna have to get more coffee soon.
Take your marks. Set.
Karma and luck. So control for days. Keep drawing this dude. Oh, that's a shame.
Let's get him, crew!
Just bottomed that. Dang it.
Finger on the trigger. Ha!
That's lucky.
Happy to do whatever's needed. Excuse me?
are my weenie units. There are many like them, but these are mine. Gotcha.
Skywatch formation.
Okay.
Please, I have connections!
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Not the kind of Spider-Man we want. God, that would be a horrifying comic. It's just a man whose power is he can turn into a spider. It's awful. At the very least, it has to be like an uncrushable spider. It's still awful. Opponent is either disconnected or is deep in meditation.
Down from the trees! Run! Did that sound right?
I think they might have disconnected. We don't have nearly the severity and frequency of disconnection problems in this game as we've had in Arena. This client just seems to be a hell of a lot more stable. Ugh. I think they're too far behind to mount much of a comeback now. Yeah, and because of their disconnections, you're just dead. Well, I think we're gonna go get more coffee after this one. Okay. Gastronation. I deserve it. No? Okay. Ended by now, actually. After a certain amount of
Captain's
timeouts,
orders.
it just
Bullet to the face.
like blew up. We were seeing the future. I'll take it. Let's see, we've got 2 gangplanks right now, right? Huh. It's just... that's weirdly uniform. Do we want Twisted Fate then? I mean, we're never going to draw 8 cards to activate him, though. It's so weird that they're all the same. Alright. BRBs. Whoops. Okay. So, I feel like there's something we need to talk about. I haven't talked a lot about comparing the games directly. Magic the Gathering Arena and Runeterra, that is. So, briefly, I'd like to give some of my thoughts on that. One, I went back and played Arena for about an hour yesterday. I just played some best of ones to try to get some quests done, and played all the decks that I've already built. Like, I think I played Green Black Adventures, and I stayed away from the control decks. Something else quick. I think I played Mono White Aggro because I had 3 quests that all required cast white spells or attack with creatures. And all the games are over in like 60 seconds. Like all of them. Like every game I was in was decided within a minute. It wasn't very fulfilling or interesting. It didn't allow for any strategic interaction. It didn't encourage any deep thought or create lines of play that would allow for more interesting or more in-depth aspects of the game to emerge. It was, well, like I've said on this channel, flipping cards. High card wins. Woo! Now, we've had a lot of really, really close games in this game, and no close games in Magic the Gathering. They're just too rare. There's so many non-games that happen in Magic as a result of the resource system, of course, which is, you know, just what it is. There's a ton of non-games that happen because linear decks on the play have such an amazing advantage that often it doesn't matter what's in your hand or what you draw or how you play, you're just dead because you're on the draw. Okay. And the control decks of the day are so powerful, so insanely over-the-top powerful, that all you can do is play control mirrors because you have to play some kind of control pile to try to counter the other control piles because aggro isn't good enough because they have ramp and life gain, so it's just one big control fuckfest forever. This game doesn't seem to have that problem, at least not yet. The games actually go to some length, 5 to 10 minutes, potentially longer. There are, I think there's a draw mechanism for if you both go, I think, 40 turns, but I haven't seen that occur in my experience. So you're getting games that are playing out that have interaction, that have trading, that have thoughtful lines, and there have been plenty of games that I've lost because I've made the incorrect choice. Not games that I've lost because I just couldn't play. I just couldn't interact because it didn't fucking matter what I did. Because I drew 83 land, because my opponent had Wilderness Reclamation on turn 3, and my entire hand and strategy was invalid. Like, I'm not losing games for that reason. I'm occasionally losing games to, you know, bad draws, bad curve. But more than not, the games I win and lose are won and lost on the decisions I make. And that's refreshing. Reminds me of what this game, what Magic the Gathering was supposed to be. And the fact that they only allow you to draft 3 times a week means that trying to steer away from being predatory and having a system where you can keep gambling and spinning a wheel for money, because that's problematic for some people who have gambling problems, gambling addictions, sort of addictive personality. Magic the Gathering's like, no, give us all your money. Fuck. You can give us $15 every 10 minutes for the rest of your life. We won't stop you. If loving your money is wrong, we don't want to be right. Oh man. So that's why we're playing Runeterra. That's the comparison. That's the difference. That's the damage of Magic. And maybe in October after rotation things will be slightly better, but I'm really skeptical about that because currently the thing to do is to accelerate to Ugin on turn 4 in Standard, and it's just not. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not clever. Nothing about the game allows for expression or creativity. It's streamlined to the point of like win on turn 3, win on turn 4, and that's it. Like there's no game there. It's a big ego stroke, a big circle jerk. It's disappointing. So we're gonna do some M21 drafts at some point. Usually takes about 10 days for the quick draft to come through, so it becomes cheap. I really don't want to be giving Magic money right now. I don't want to reward them for fucking up the game. So I haven't bought shit from MTGA in like 6 months. We'll keep free rolling as long as we can. If there does come a point in the future in October or later that they do attempt to fix the game, we might buy in again, get some packs, build some stuff. That's a hell of a username, buddy. Cool. The hell? Did that count? No? That didn't count. Okay. We had our crack shot in our hand. We really wanted to play that one. We've had the damn crack shot in hand every game, and it's been great. No crack shot. Got some 2s though. I mean, got all the 2s though.
The sheep tells me all I need. A game. Go on then. It's an encroaching.
Gets to eat our investigator.
There you are!
Gross. That's a lot of fucking damage coming our way now.
I'm on it. Grow buttons.
Ow. Ow. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Oh, we got something. Summon an exact copy of an ally.
I will tend this garden.
Many hands,
Emerald
Malachi.
1/1. Well,
Boys.
so when we cast this, we got this off his deck, so that means if we copy this, would it be the same when I'm summoned? Sure. Guess we're gonna find out. Cool. Well, we have an answer for Bark Boy in future.
Boys.
We also have too many cards. We have 10 cards? I think we have 10 cards. Gonna have to fire off one of these warning shots.
See me.
Fallen, a new seed.
Yeah, all these 4 toughness things are really, really doing a number on me.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
They grow up so fast.
All these 2/4s, man.
Their bones splinter.
Give them a chance. My stepmother.
Okay.
Safety will cost you.
from the sky.
So if we hit this, we'll probably flip over.
Vengeance from the seas.
Okay, so now Nautilus is the
And
vengeance,
fury from the blighted land.
because that's horrifying.
All will drown.
We are just getting super over muscles here now. We can warning shots to transform. Which
You
doesn't
dare
do a heck of a
slack
lot.
on my ship.
We can vengeance this. Yeah.
We know the value of coin.
Nothing we can do about that.
Pray to your gods.
You'll get yours.
It's 2 force. The deck is just unable to beat 2 force. So we could play the soloist, but I think we actually have to try to get rid of these. Opponent has 8 million cards in hand. Probably doesn't matter.
Protect our grove.
Yeah, most of my attacks are bad as per usual. Yeah. Fantastic.
Fight or die.
Protect our grove.
Great.
And so grow tall, grow strong.
Not a lot of player agency in that game. Our opponent just kicked our ass for a solid 10 minutes. Felt like an ass kicking. Would not recommend. Corsair is slightly better than Cutthroat, I guess. Debatable. These all suck. These all suck. Yeah, that was rough. Couldn't ever get off the blocks. Apparently 1-4 is just a magical number for beating this deck entirely. Okay. No crack shot.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Bastard.
Feebly.
Yep.
Can't fly if you don't try.
Draw is really bad.
The winter's claw strikes. The other forward. The winter's claw.
That's not annoying at all. You can see a single
Happy to
mystic
do
shot.
whatever's needed.
Our opponent has drawn 100 million mystic shots. Sure.
The storm approaches.
Nullifies any good attack from this turn.
Human flesh is weak. Safety first.
Doesn't have overwhelm.
Never lost a fair game, or played one.
Uncool. Yep.
Who says I don't share?
Turn. He's embodied now. Yeah. I mean, I could have used that crow to kill their 2-1. Which in hindsight, I guess I should have. There's no way to know they were going to have a 1 damage board nuke next turn. And it wasn't really clear that trading a 2-1 for a 2-1 was an important play.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
It is now.
I'll be quick.
Oh, excuse me. Potentially destroying that before it upscales into 7.
Plenty of killing left.
This land is ours. Leave nothing standing.
Poor thing.
You made choices.
It's the first time we've damaged him. That's not good. Okay.
Subterfuge, hidden clues, it's all here.
Cool.
Like a flower, Zon will bloom.
Whoa. I mean, there's nothing I can do to interact with this.
Ambition incarnate.
That was the number they needed to hit. Just absolutely devastating.
There is truth in blood.
Do not test my patience.
You won't feel it first.
Look at me! Hit me!
Damn it. Didn't hit the units I needed to hit. That'll put this to bed. Now I can't even hit them.
Deal me in.
Yeah. As far as we go with this deck. Unfortunately, those last two games were a pretty good example of what happens when you get randomed. We did not draw good curves. Our random there didn't work out for us. We really needed to get 1 damage on the middle target to have a decent chance. And their random gave them the exact number of spells they needed, which was just 2. They were fairly likely to hit it to wipe our board. And too many of the coin flip elements were not in our favor, and we exploded. But it was still fun. Hopefully we can do better next time. And because this is the free mode, it doesn't matter. It's pain-free. It's just fun. So now we can try out something else. That is the joy of Legends of Runeterra. This has been Gravity Groove for Not Safe for Work Runeterra. I hope you've enjoyed watching some gameplay here and listening to our thoughts on this game and the game we have moved here from. I know a lot of my audience came from Magic and probably would like me to return to Magic and will likely return when I return to Magic. But for now, I feel like we need to explore greener pastures and try to discourage Magic the Gathering and Hasbro as a company from continually making a poor product and being rewarded by people buying it anyway. I feel like a lot of people are committed to Magic in terms of how much money they put in, and they feel like they have to keep playing it because they've already spent so much money. And that's called the gambler's fallacy. You should stop throwing good money after bad. If it's no longer fun, if you're no longer getting out of it what you used to get out of it, if it's no longer the good feeling, then you got to stop. Otherwise, you're on a bad loop, a downward spiral. You got to pull up. And I hope you do. I hope you check this game out. And if you do, look me up. Maybe we can play some games. Feel free to like, subscribe, say hello, leave something in the comments. You know, prove to me that there are humans in the world and not just Russian bots. And hopefully, someday, after we all get out of this long zombie nightmare, I will see you later.